What's up, YouTube? Well, I did something. I went and bought one of Polaris's most underappreciated, unadvertised, unpromoted products. Yes, I bought a Polaris Ace 570 Ghost Gray EPS model. Yeah. There's a reason behind this. I wanted a machine that I could drive in my city limits, and ATV is not accepted if it does not have a seat, steering wheel, and a seat belt. Which I don't know how golf carts without seat belts get past with that, but that's another discussion for another time. But this passes, and I missed my razor. I didn't want to spend all the money that I had on my razor, or in my razor, to get another razor and do the same thing all over again. So I bought an Ace. I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna do that with it. Now I'm actually gonna probably end up keeping the Ace for a long time, just because I really like this machine. The 570 doesn't quite have the horsepower I'm used to, but it does all right. I went ahead and swapped out the stock 25 by 10s and 25 by 8s stock wheels and tires, through a set of Polaris buckles with a set of 27 10 14s all the way around it. That's got the deeper dish rear tire or right wheel, same size. They're 10-inch wide tires all the way around. Gives it a little bit more of a tude. I factored that in on the deal, along with the top, a rear cargo storage box, front and rear bumpers, lower doors. They haven't got here yet. I went ahead and picked this up. These are on clearance right now, the MTX Roof Audio. These are like $200. They're normally like $500. Actually, they're normally $600. You can get them on clearance for like $200. This is the older one-piece sport roof. The new ones are two-piece to save on shipping, and they kind of puff up a little bit more and look kind of weird. So I'm much happier that we happen to have a old one-piece roof in stock. We actually have a two-piece roof in stock too, but I'm just happy we were able to, had that one and was able to use it. I went ahead and wired in a plug when I wired the radio up for a roof light. It's just hanging out there right now. It runs down to underneath the box. Yeah, I went ahead and just did this earlier just because I wanted to throw a little bit of stuff on it. But yeah, I'm also working on a 6-switch panel for it. This will be out of this plastic piece. That's where all the switches will be. It's going to go take this warning sticker off, and it's going to go right in there. I have 6 switches, 6 rocker switches. I'm going to have possibly 2 down here. I'm going to put 1 underneath, I think facing down this way. Possibly 2 on the front bumper. Possibly some rear work lights on the rear bumper if I've got some spots to mount them. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now with that anyways. But yeah, I'm really happy with the MTX Audio Roof too. But yeah, this is basically to fill the gap between my ATV and my razor that I had. Something that gives me, I can go out and play on, which would be kind of nice. Polaris doesn't really push these as hard as they could. I mean, they really don't do much marketing for them at all. They're really nice. I really like them. To me, it makes more sense than RS1 does, for me anyways. I know that some people won't say that, but the power steering in this is awesome. It's quick, nimble. The 27-inch tires are 10 plies. Yeah, they're a little heavy for this. Kind of made the ride not as good, but seems to ride pretty good. But yeah, that's the main reason I bought it, is to kind of fill in the gap of those two, because I don't have a four-wheeler anymore. I sold my last one not too long ago. Now it's been probably 4 months ago. But yeah, I haven't really had time to ride anyways. I've been busy working on, the lifted K10 and all the other projects. I figured I wanted something new, and I had the itch, and I drove this the other day and played on it for a little bit. I really, really enjoyed it, and went ahead and picked it up. Yeah, it's pretty much gonna stay pretty much engine-wise stock for a while. Eventually, I'll probably add a pipe and do a unlocked or programmed ECM on it. Just up the speed limiter and up the rev limiter a little bit, I've got a Team Alba Racing timing chain tensioner up there that will probably, mechanical, will probably replace the factory hydraulic timing chain tensioner. I'm gonna go ahead and put a temperature gauge up on the peller like I did in my Razor. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna put an oil pressure gauge as well. I know the Speedo has the temperature in it, but I want to be able to have the mile per hour and the tachometer on that. Possibly gonna look into mounting a general cluster. You guys really know the general cluster and the newer Ranger cluster. I really like those clusters. You know me, yeah, we'll probably end up modifying stuff and seeing if we can't make us a bezel for it. That'll be down the road. Somebody just destroyed my sticker. That's nice. That wasn't there today. But yeah, that's kind of bugs me. I may have to talk to my salesperson there, aka my boss, and possibly get that warranted before she gets warranty registered in my name, because I don't really want to have to buy a sticker. But yeah, I still want it to look new for a while, and that's going to bug the hell out of me. So let me get that sticky off there. I never even seen that. That's had to happen relatively soon today. But yeah, I'll make that right. They did some changes on these here a few years back. They used to be a McPherson strut front end. Now they're double A-arm with the actual shocks with adjustable weight collars. It's Polaris true on-demand four-wheel drive, the usual. It's got these spots for a set of harnesses back here. I want to try to get a set of Polaris 6-clicks Razor harness and see if I can't modify it to work with the Ace. The older Sportsman ATVs had a work light in this portion over here. Being as I'm going to be driving this on the street, I'm possibly going to look into putting turn signals in it at one point. So I'm going to end up possibly getting those and putting amber lights in it for turn signals. I thought about just drilling the back because it's got the plug in it. This has the light hole. It's just not drilled out for the light. It's already dusty. But yeah, gonna get the rear bumper. I got the rear bumper on order, like I said. Actually, I don't have it on order yet. I gotta order it yet. But yeah, it's all factored in the deal. So it's just easier to buy all the accessories now and have them and get it done, so I can take it out and enjoy it. So yeah, front and rear sway bars. The Ace is pretty much pretty equipped. It's got the stupid 570 airbox design that is just kind of a horrible design. Very easy to snorkel this machine as well. You just come off that pipe over there for your intake, come up with a piece of PVC pipe, some 90s. You can also do the same with the clutch outlet and the clutch inlet, which is right there, back in there, going up to the side there. Possibly going to snorkel it, haven't decided fully yet. Not 100% sure what I do to snorkel it. I probably run two-inch pipes up. A lot of guys do that. I don't really want to cut this plastic real bad, but yeah, it'll happen if I do. Probably put one here, over here, or so. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet. I'd like to actually bring them all up the middle, but I think that would be cutting into my door there a little bit. We'll look into snorkeling it possibly someday, because my electronics on this machine are going to be mounted up pretty high, so we're going to try to keep that kind of theme going. The main reason I'd put snorkels on it is just to get the air intake from this area up higher, because I'm tired of these. My Razor sucked dirt really bad. This will suck dirt really bad. They make, what was it? Some company makes these that are a little better filters. So I'll probably pick a set of them up for the time being anyways. We'll look into snorkeling it later on after the warranty's up. But yeah, right now I was doing all the little accessories I wanted to do to it here and there, like getting this ran, because it's definitely going to get a light bar up across there. I'm a big light fan. So, and if I don't put turn signals on it, like I said back here, they'll be the clear. I'll just put backup lights in it, some utility lights or something. I think it'll be kind of nice to have that clear in there just to break up the taillight a little bit, make it a little different. Not everybody else is going to have that. They're like, I can get them cheap because I work for a Polaris dealer, so I can get the lights relatively inexpensive. I think they're like 40 some bucks a piece, which isn't horrible. They're like 77 bucks for the average person, so they're not real cheap if you went to go buy them. You normally pick up a set of used ones, pretty cheap. I'd like to put a set of Razor like 900 headlights in it. These are very close to those. I'd like to put a set of them. They actually have the the mounting tabs on the back here. And the SP model of the Ace, I do believe, actually had the LED headlights. The only downfall with the headlights on this machine is they are key controlled and does not have a high beam built into the headlights, which the Razor lights have a high beam, which will show you in my next mod, that if I do put turn signals on it, this box here, I have this purchase, can't speak today, have this box here, it's from Polaris. This is actually going in my dad's 900 Ranger when we're putting turn signals on it, so we can drive it around. You don't need turn signals, but you like them. This is a factory European International International Ranger turn signal switch. Comes out to this goofy plug. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off, and these I got to pin out to all these in the wiring schematics. But yeah, this is it. It's got a high and a low beam switch, which would be awesome because I can just bring it back from this mode and the key switch, run power up to this, and then I can just go tap into the instrument cluster connector and run the high beam indicator light so the high beam light comes on. But yeah, that'll be very simple to do that if I do the Razor light upgrade. This doesn't mount to this steering column on the the Ranger or the Ace because they have a different neck on them, because I believe they have a steering wheel lock. This does not mount, but it rests against the adjuster there, so I can go ahead and mark this hole and drill across here. I drill through this bar. It's hollow, but I can get a spacer up in there. I probably got a couple ways to shim that, and then put a screw through. And then for the top one, I'll probably take like a piece of conduit clamp and cut one end off, paint it black, and just have it strapped down around and just tighten. Or actually, I could probably get the whole conduit clamp if I bend one and put a spacer up here, make me a spacer block or something. I can mount it right like that. Then I'll route my wiring wherever. But yeah, this has got an integrated horn. It's got the integrated turn signals. That's not auto canceling, which is unfortunate, but yeah, it's got the integrated horn and all that stuff, so that's pretty cool. Kind of happy, would be happy with that. It would kind of cover up all my switches down there, but that's not the worst thing. Actually, from setting view, that's not blocking them real bad, unless the turn signal is activated, which, yeah. But yeah, I think that'll work for it pretty good. Yeah, pretty simple. Just hit that. High beams, low beams, horn. Yeah, pretty simple there. And it looks Polaris-y, so that's a plus too. I've already got a winch switch that I'm probably going to move the four-wheel drive button over and put my winch in and out switch. I don't have a winch yet. I will be getting a winch soon. It's a Polaris winch switch, so it matches this four-wheel drive switch. Got the 12-volt socket. I don't think that's hot with the key off. I'm going to check that, because I got a RAM mount, which is what I'm actually using to hold my phone to record. Keeps my phone a little more stable. But yeah, I'm going to mount it over here and be able to have my phone right there, so I can pull up the Polaris Ride Command app. I think that'll be kind of nice. But yeah, I'm going to probably get the lower door bags too, so I got something to put my stuff in. But yeah, I like this little tiny brake pedal. It's so cute. But yeah, I kind of like the shifter being over here. I do like this storage here pocket. You can put some stuff in there. Got a little one over here. They make little pocket inserts that actually store stuff. This one looks like it's got a little more room. This one doesn't look like can fit the switches in, but it does taper down at an angle there. So I'm hoping I can do it. I'm hoping it'll fit. I stuck a switch itself. The switch body with the switch head will actually fit up in there, and I can get a connection on it. So that's a plus. I should be definitely able to, once I put that on that piece of ABS, that'll be whatever the thickness of this is a little bit more, and the thickness of the ABS, which is like 1/8 inch, 1/16 inch, something like that. I think it's thick 1/16 inch ABS, which will bring it out just a little bit more, ever so slightly more. So that'll be pretty good. But yeah, this has got the, it says Polaris when you start up. This is the new digital display that you get on the Ace, which has got your mile per hour, your odometer, your trips. Got 2 trips, which is kind of nice. Voltage, engine hours, service hours, which you guys can see, 25. Engine temperature up there, service hours, trip timer, like engine there. RPM, mile per hour. I'll probably do this when I get my water temperature gauge and oil pressure gauge. I'm either going to put them on my left side or my right side. Probably my left side. I'm going to be getting a half windshield. I don't really want a full windshield on this machine. But yeah, definitely, it's got the seat belt sensor. Will not run over 15 mile an hour without the seat belt buckled. That's a typical Polaris thing. The Polaris MTX audio is blue backlit from the factory, which I have the brightness turned all the way down because my weird. Oh, I think I accidentally set it back to factory default. But yeah, the see it's blue backlit, which is alright. I got to do some stuff to it anyways. It's good to have it start back over. And I don't like the blue backlighting because my color scheme on this is the gray, and then it's got the red accenting in the sticker package, which I could take it off and doesn't really matter. But my wires and my wire coating and stuff that I got up here, which you really can't see, my braiding is red. I could get some blue braiding. That's not that big of a deal, but it just looks better. I've already got the red, and I'm going to use it. It's got it built in dome light. Don't know how well that's going to actually lights up pretty good. In the dark, it would probably light up real well. But yeah, and you can go ahead and go into the settings, which that is a horrible looking display on. Yeah, see, I accidentally hit factory reset. Whoops. Yeah, I can turn that down to 0, which makes it look way better. Turn the LED contrast up and down. Which at night, this won't be able to see it, but if my phone is down here, I'll be able to control my tunes from down here. And I'll probably run up a wire, a USB cable, to be able to plug my phone in to charge it. But yeah, I've got setting the source there. Bluetooth is disconnected, which because my Bluetooth's off on my phone. But yeah, that sounds pretty good. You actually got a little cubby up here to put your phone in. Got a strap, USB, aux. I thought about it. I wish there was a way to get this out of here, because I had run I would run a USB down the peller, which I don't really like having wires exposed, so that wouldn't look well. But yeah, I had to run and have it be able to plug in. But I'll just tap off of this 12-volt accessory port and run it up to my phone, which will be mounted right about in this area. So yeah. Go ahead and put this back in the box before I lose it. Don't want to lose that little bad boy. It's kind of pricey, but it looks good. So it looks Polaris, looks OEM, it is. So yeah, I like things that look pretty factory. I try to make things look relatively decent. But yeah, I go all out with these things. I really like tricking them out, making them nice, making them mine. But yeah, before I put the radio in, I went through and foamed it so it doesn't rattle. Foamed all the edges at contact. This will probably rattle for right now, but once I get my light in, I'll try not to make it to where it won't rattle. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll end up probably possibly getting some brackets am mounting it down here. Not 100% sure yet. It's 1 3/4 roll bar, so I know that. This, I could build me some kind of bracket that comes off this, or I could drill and tap these blocks for light or something. But yeah, wouldn't be that hard to do. Or take these 2 bolts out, build me an L bracket that comes up. It sets like that, and just holds my light out like that. That'd be perfect. Might do that, something like that. We'll look into that later. Of course, I got to get me some lights. I didn't go with Polaris lights or their Pro Armor lights or rigid lights because they're extremely expensive. I'm kind of going to keep my lights kind of low budget. I don't need real expensive off-roading lights on it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll enjoy this little bad boy. I've already had some fun with it. I don't have a lot of miles on it like you've seen. I just took it out and piddled with the other day for a very limited time. I was basically just giving it a shakedown run like you're supposed to, pre-delivery inspection run. That's pretty much what I did with it. That's a little bit of a lie there. I did take it a little bit more and drive it around a little bit more than I normally do on the pre-delivery drives. But yeah, a lot of grease zerks on this model, which is in Polaris is kind of becoming not a common thing. So yeah, there's a lot of grease zerks on this machine. Front and rear sway bar, like I said. That power steering is awesome. I really like that power steering, and I do plan to get a winch in the future, possibly, because I feel like I'm gonna get this machine stuck. I didn't drive my Razor and do stuff with it I wanted to do with it because I had too much money in it wrapped in. I didn't want to hurt it. It was my baby. I got that out of my system. I'm gonna be a little harder on this one. I'm not gonna intentionally try to tear this up, obviously, because it's a pretty big investment. But I'm gonna treat it a little rougher than I did my Razor. I'm gonna drive it a little bit more aggressive and get my monies out of this one. And yeah. But yeah, I've rambled on long enough, so we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.